Ta-da! I'm actually watching Big Brother as it's airing for once. Yeah, that'll be a big of a change up. Right. Now, I need to throw in a couple of disclaimers here. Number one, I currently am not subscribed to the live feeds because money's pretty tight right now, so I had to choose between either subscribing to the live feeds or subscribing to Evil Dick, and I ended up going with Dick, so that's why. Going with Dick, that's what she said. Anyway, right. So that's disclaimer number one. Disclaimer two, I am not going to be doing episode by episode recaps of the show. What I intend to do is do this by rounds, meaning that just after we get our new HOHs, we have the nominations, Battle of the Block, Power of Veto, Eviction, new HOHs. That's how it's going to be. Reason being, just, hearing me talk about the same stuff over and over again for 35 episodes, because this will have to be at least 35 episodes, that's just going to get tiring. I'm going to try and limit it down, okay? We'll let Rob Sesternino do the big long episodes, right? Any other disclaimers? No. I don't think so, so let's dive into it. So, first we get 8 of the house guests going into the house, and I've never really been a fan of them, putting groups of house guests in like a day or two after each other, because I really do think the first 8 people were in there for a day before the others came in, so you get people formulating how the outsiders need to go. I'm just not a fan of that. Although, thankfully, it doesn't look like it's happening yet. We'll see about that. So then, how do I feel about the twists? Well, if anyone's claiming that this is like the twistiest summer ever, like Julie was claiming either last season or the season before it, not really, because 2 of the 3 twists are actually repeats on the show, so it's not really a big deal, because the shock value goes instantly. And how do I feel about these? Well, I'm glad that they're doing the twins bit again, because that adds another layer of complexity, and it also has the potential to put a situation where there's house guests that know each other again, and I've always been a tad bit bummed that they haven't really done that since, Big Brother 9. 13, 14 don't count. It's returning people. Of course they've talked outside of the show. Right. Then as for Battle of the Block, well, I did predict that this twist could be sticking around, and that's really all I can say about it. But fan favorite? Really? How is this a fan favorite? Most reactions seem to be against it, and even I myself stated that it seemed to provide more dislikes or disbenefits to the house than actual benefits, because with the Battle of the Block, there's no time to have food competitions, so the only way we're going to have-nots is if the HOH, chooses have-nots, or it's the first people to lose the HOH competition. And that just doesn't feel as good, in my mind, because having the have-not competitions, as a survival aspect to Big Brother, in addition to having to do all the strategy. Although one pro that I think Big Brother has over Survivor is that virtually everybody in Big Brother matters and has potential to win, even though towards the end, yes, there are people that you can just cast aside. I mean, like Victoria from last season. Right. And then as for my thoughts on the BB Takeover, well, I'm going to echo what Matt from Season 12 said about it, in that it could be interesting, but the show really is going to be this close to being just reduced to a pile of crap, really. And, I really hope these twists don't change the dynamics of the house so much, thanks to bits outside of the house, like the Big Brother Canada twist. That's just real annoying, because literally every person who has won Big Brother Canada has had a defining moment in their game change because of one of these twists. Just come on, huh? Because it's been so long since Big Brother's had a real good season that yeah. So yeah, we're introduced to all the house guests, and I feel like I did get a nice amount of time with just about everybody, although obviously I don't have all the names down yet, and then those HOH competitions. Kind of funny, but there really wasn't that much suspense, because obviously we're not perfectly familiar with everybody yet. But I'm not complaining. I did enjoy that having to, always stay on the moving platform where stuff is happening to you and then holding on to that pole. I gotta be honest, I actually would like to try that challenge out. Could be interesting. And then there's the twist of people from the Amazing Race crossing into Big Brother for the first time, meaning that now, out of the big three, Survivor, Big Brother, Amazing Race, all that needs to happen is that we need a person from Survivor to cross into Big Brother, and then that's all done with. But anyways, so what did I think about these two? Well, I haven't seen the season of The Amazing Race because I've only seen the first two seasons, and I don't plan on doing Amazing Race until I'm caught up with all of the Survivor seasons that I still need to watch. I have that amount recently, but I still got a ways to go. And that's really all I can say about them. In my mind, the only real difference between them and other house guests is that they know each other, obviously, and that they've been on a previous reality show. But I feel like, unlike the Big Brothers 4 through 9 era, I feel like them knowing each other is going to be one huge detriment, because back then, people in the house, I think, just viewed that as another dynamic added to the game, and like, even though people who knew each other did work with each other more than not, they just brushed it aside, going, "Oh yeah, this is just like a common thing." Now it's going to be like, "Oh my God, oh yeah, we got to get rid of these two because they're gonna just take it from here on out." Because the guy there, I don't remember his name right now, although I'm sure I will in a second. He is trying to keep the thing together, but the girl, I don't know. Interesting. So, I think barring talking about each house guest individually, that's really all I can mention. So I've got the cast on the CBS website here. Sorry about this angle, just you're gonna have to put up with this. Okay, they have this done alphabetically, so first talking about Audrey, the first transgender contestant on Big Brother. Well, I am glad that more shows, are trying to break this milestone of having a transgender, but I gotta be honest, given all this craziness that's been going on with the Bruce, Caitlyn Jenner storyline, I just don't really feel that much, to be honest. It's just like, oh yeah, you're the first transgender contestant. Yeah, not much new there. Especially since, with the exceptions of Big Brothers 1 and 4, Big Brother has always had at least one gay contestant on the show. Right. But I like her. I think she's got a nice brain to it, and I am definitely amazed at how well she looks after doing the transformation. Because even though I had suspected that it was her being the transgender, just on faces, I think it's her wide forehead and her cheekbones, although I'm not necessarily one to talk, because I got a wide forehead. Thanks, Dad. But, there you go. Austin, the wrestler guy, I think he has definitely some potential to matter here, but at the same time, he could easily turn out to be one big wuss. And I mean, like, if what Evil Dick was saying that Jesse was talking about this guy, we'll see how it goes there. Becky. Well, I don't really remember her from the 2 episodes that I've seen, so that's really all I can say about her, to be honest. Clay, the guy that the girls are all over. The big question I've got is he going to become another Cody? Because, when Big Brother 16 started, Cody was just the hot, dumb guy that all the girls were after, and even though later in the season he did have potential to actually start doing things, he ended up going right back to hot, dumb guy again right at the end, so, we'll have to see how that goes. Dave Vaughn, hopefully I'm saying that right, so I'm just anxious to see what she does. I think that she's got a nice brain, but I feel like her personality might somewhat get to her, because even though I think she's trying to play herself off as a, level-headed person, I think she's got a good amount of hyperness in her. Not a bad thing, as me enjoying someone on TV, but in the house it could be a bad thing. Jace, I think I'm gonna go with the crowd and state that I don't really like this guy, but in my mind, he hasn't really done any huge thing to piss people off. It's just that I think everybody believed going in that they weren't going to like this guy and are instead continuing to dislike him when he's really done nothing except really muddle up the state name of Colorado. Just, huh? Right. Jackie, the girl from Amazing Grace, well, I've already said all I can about her. I think she might actually turn against her partner, which I think is Jeff right there. So, yeah. James, I'm anxious to see what he's going to do, but I gotta be honest, I did get a little tired of him dropping the Asian hillbilly thing. I mean, like, dude, I think the hillbilly thing is definitely the more label that people are going to throw at you than Asian, to be honest. Just roll with it, okay? Jason, I'm anxious to see what he's going to do. But I wonder if he's going to turn out to be somewhat like Frankie, because, okay, I really hate to go into stereotypes here, but let's face it. More of the recent, gay men that have been on Big Brother have been like the hyper people that are just trying to get along with pretty much everybody, and Colton was somewhat like that on Survivor, so I wonder if he's going to model Frankie in any way, because Frankie recently appears to have gotten a huge amount of dislikes, whatever, that's in the past. And I wonder if they told him about what the Supreme Court did. Who cares about that? Jeff, I already said all I can about him. John the dentist, even though he's not suspected to be a dentist by Dave Vaughn, shrug, that's all I can say. Liz, who I think is one of the people that many suspect has a twin in the house. I can never remember. Again, shrug, don't really remember her. Meg, Andrea's friend, yeah, I do think that she's going to get on people's nerves, like everyone keeps saying, but I don't know. I'm just trying not to get on the bandwagon of like going with social trends and stating that that I dislike somebody just because a lot of other people seem to be disliking them. That's not to say that I like her. I don't, but I don't dislike her either. Just like I want to give her a little bit of a chance. So if she ends up doing something that I dislike her for, let's have it really be something, okay? Shelley, who's lusting after Clay. Gonna be anxious to see how that goes, and I'm gonna be really not anxious, but curious to see what people view her as down the line. Steve the nerd, let's see what he does. People are always trying to lump the nerds into various characteristics for what happens to them on Big Brother. And then Vanessa, the poker player, who Dick claims looks exactly like Gina Marie, and if she does her hair right, she actually does, kind of. The picture I'm looking at, she doesn't, but I had been kind of thinking that while I was watching the show. I do want to see what she's going to do, because she strikes me as somebody who can do, like, good reads on people. Yeah, that does come with poker, but yeah, I do want to see what she does, so I know that I was a little bit repetitive there, but this is something that I want to do for Big Brother, because as I stated earlier in this video, unlike Survivor, virtually everybody on Big Brother has a chance to matter and win this game, so this is what I'm going to do for my Big Brother videos, okay? Sorry about my voice, I don't know what the deal is.